Guess I better plug this in. Trying to run my vlog on solar power is worth it, if only for the exercise you get trying to lug this thing around. Kind of a slow day today, not really going anywhere or doing anything more interesting than shopping at Tesco's. But it is beautiful weather, as you can see, so it seems like the perfect day to do something with drones. I've been meaning to do a review of my Phantom 4 from a sort of point of view of build quality and safety features and what it's like to fly and own and that sort of thing, rather than sort of, all the features you get on the DJI app, and which there's any number of videos that sort of cover that off in great depth, so, and including the videos that I've made. So yeah, let's do that. So let's have a look at some of the newest features on this drone. Well, the first thing that's sort of easily noticeable is that the gimbal is now built in to the fuselage on the drone. So you don't, rather than having that sort of square box that sat under there before, it's now all sort of neatly built in, and the SD card slot is in a much more useful place as well. Also, gone are the air vents at the top, and instead you've got these small vents under here which seem to have a sort of a fan that actively pushes air, sucks air in and blows it out. So it's got a sort of an active air cooled system. I think the reason why DJI got rid of the air vents at the top is they're just basically trying to make it as weatherproof as they can. Obviously it's not going to be waterproof. That's not going to be a feature that'll be on a drone for a while, I don't think, but it's certainly more resistant. The idea, I think, is to stop a random well-placed droplet of water causing your aircraft to go crazy and come out of the sky. The blades have got the new push and twist connection mechanism, similar to the Inspire 1. So let's have a go with that. Easy. There's a bit of play once they're on there, but they feel like they're not coming off anytime soon, and that is why DJI made that change. The self-tightening propellers did have a tendency to come off if you flew too aggressively, because what happens with these motors is when they want to slow the propellers down, they put quite a lot of braking on, which obviously runs counter to the self-tightening screw on the old propellers. The transmitter is actually very similar to that which you'd find on the Phantom 3 Professional. It's got the light bridge, of course, which is an excellent system. I've certainly had no troubles with that, compared to I used to have a Phantom 3 Standard, and that didn't have light bridge, and the difference is amazing. They have upgraded the connection point for the monitor mount to metal from plastic, which is good if you want to put something big like an iPad Air on there. The iPad and monitor hood obviously did not come with the drone. Another thing that didn't come with the drone is this. Filters, which if you want to shoot in sunlight are not really optional. So we'll pop one of those on in a minute and then go have a fly. Also, in the aid of safety, what they've done is they've added dual IMUs, the bits that keep the aircraft stable in the air, and dual compasses as well on this drone. So it really seems like DJI are trying to reduce the number of single points of failure. I noticed that the battery appears to have independent connectors for all the cells to the power control board. I don't know for sure if that means that if one cell was to fail, the aircraft would still be able to make use of the other three and land itself, but that certainly seems like something which would make sense. Another one of the big goals, clearly, was to add in some intelligent safety systems. So you've got the forward-facing cameras at the front here, and what these do is sense things out to about 15 meters in front of the craft, and it brings it to a stop if it detects something, so which is quite cool. I actually do find them a bit annoying sometimes. It makes it difficult to fly past something. If you're sort of close to it and you're trying to fly past it, it can set them off. And they've also added 2 optical sensors to the bottom here, which are to aid the vision positioning system, which is what keeps it locked in when it's low to the ground, keeps that hover nice and stable. And I have to say, the stability of the hover with this drone is amazing. When it's close to the ground, it's just rock solid. Really, really good. They have moved a few buttons around on the transmitter. There's now a pause button, and what that does is it pauses whatever the current flight plan is, whether it's waypoints or active track or whatever, and you've got a shutter for your stills and a shutter for your video, which is good. Flight mode selector. They've done away with the I think it was F mode, the mode that used to allow you to do intelligent orientation modes. That's now included within the app under the normal flight mode. And they've added a sport mode, which basically means that the thing can tilt up to 45 degrees and fly as fast as 45 miles an hour. And that is quite awesome. And I think that's partly why they've changed these arms like this, so it sort of reduces the amount that the arms interfere with the airflow from the propellers, and also as you're moving forwards you're going to get a little bit of lift from these arms. You know, they're going to act a little bit like wings. Just like on the Phantom 3, you've got a filter ring here. I'll take that off. Now it does look quite bright out. I'm going to go with an ND16 filter. What that does is it just cuts down the light that gets into the camera, because one of the downsides with a camera like this is that it's a fixed aperture, so you can't reduce the amount of light getting into the camera by changing the aperture. You can only change the sensor sensitivity. Sorry. That was my wife with a shopping request. So I can't remember what I was saying now. Basically, it's a good drone. Do you want to buy this drone? Let's go fly. Well, there you go. I hope everyone enjoyed that. It was a beautiful flight. Like I said, my advice is if you want to get a drone, then you want to get one of those. Read the manual, know about how to sort of fly legally, what's allowed, what's not. Be sensible, be safe, and have fun. I hope you enjoyed today's vlog post and found it interesting. If you did, remember to subscribe, give it a big thumbs up, and leave a comment in the comment section below if you have any questions, and I'll answer them. So, till tomorrow, bye. Look at all that bug juice. That's my personal favourite feature of the Phantom 4. It's great for getting rid of bugs in your garden. Flying insects. Hate them.